So here you'll see an indoor mesh solution. So you see that bottom left Cisco Smart Access Point has a green wire back to the host. There's the one in the middle, green wire back to the host. But now you'll see two other access points with no wired connection. And you'll see they're connecting wirelessly back to a nearby access point that does have connectivity. What you have here now is an access point with no wired connection. And why would you have one out there? So let's suppose that your executives who carry this wireless Wi-Fi phone with them are way down at the end of the warehouse and they don't get wireless connectivity down there. You say, well, I need to put an AP down there. So what could you do? Could you just run let's say it's 300 meters down to the end of the warehouse. Do you run UTP down there? No, you don't, because you have a 100-meter limitation, right? And so you have a little bit of a dilemma. It's too long for the cable. What do? You put a mesh AP down there. That mesh AP talks back to a wired AP, and it finds a path home. Now, what if the mesh AP is out of range of the nearest wired AP? What you can put in between the two is what's called a bridge AP. It's another access point that sort of bridges the gap between the far one and the near one. And now you have AP talking to AP, talking to AP, talking to host. And it's great for long cable runs, temporary locations, test access points. There are a lot of reasons for indoor mesh wireless solutions. So what should we know about wireless networks? Here's the basics. Access points connect to a switch. With one exception, and the exception now that we've learned is a mesh access point, no connection to a switch. The access point is part of the network. It's not an end device. It's part of the network. And these overlapping cells give you access to many devices, gives you complete coverage, gives you device roaming. The basics of wireless. Now here are those 5 different implementations that we talked about, and just a little bit on each one. You should know about autonomous access points. Very simple, very small networks though. Wireless controller gives you better management of larger networks. Virtual controller gives you better management of smaller networks. Cloud controller gives you less CapEx. Mesh networks give you less cabling. Okay? That's what we should know about wireless networks. It's a very important part of the network.